All right, guys, I'm sorry that the calculator is so small on the screen, but I think you'll get the gist of it. I just want to go over a few things here so that we know what we're looking at, okay? So basically right now my calculator is turned on. I can do anything that you can do. So what I want to look at first is how to graph things, okay? The Y equals button is up here in the top left corner, and when you push it, you should get a screen that looks like this. I can put in as many equations as I want. But basically, when you're putting in any equation, you're going to use this X button. If you see the alpha button, it's the top left. You're going to go straight to the right. That's your X button, okay? Make sure that you can put in X. If, say, you're putting in an equation, when you say negative, that's going to mean you use the negative button, which is at the bottom. When you say subtract, you're going to use the button that's right above the plus sign, okay? So be careful. So let's say I wanted to use negative 3x minus 2. That's what it would look like. Now there's a couple of things I can do here. If I hit the graph button at the top right, it'll show me what the graph looks like. If I hit second and then that graph button, it gives me the table. And I can look through here all I want. Maybe it asked me for, we're using the equation negative 3x minus 2. Maybe it asked me what's negative 6 or what's y when I plug negative 6 in for x. Well, I can go to the table and I just go up here to negative 6 and I automatically know it's 16. Let's look at a fraction. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to clear this out by pushing clear. When you put in fractions, guys, it's good practice to use parentheses, okay? Let's say I was going to use 4/5, so 4 divided by 5. I'm going to close parentheses and then put my x value, okay? Now I can look at the graph of that. It looks about right. And I can look at the table for that. Notice how a lot of these are decimals. That's because we used a fraction, okay? Let's see, what else do we got? I can go to y equals clear. So, if you want to get out of this screen, go to second, and the mode button says quick above it, or quit, and that'll get you back to the regular screen. Now, there's a couple of things I've seen people doing on this screen that are not right. Let's say I had 5 divided by 1/2. If I do 5 divided by 1 divided by 2, I get 2.5. But if I put it in 5 divided by, in parentheses, 1 divided by 2, I'm going to get a different answer. The correct way to do it was the second way. If you're going to use a fraction or divide by a fraction, you've got to put it in parentheses. The same thing goes for squareds, cubes, etc. If I put in negative 5 squared, we know that it's negative 5 times negative 5, which is positive 25. But if I put it in my calculator, I get negative 25. You have to put parentheses around anything before you square it, okay? That gave me the answer that I wanted. Now, if you're trying to do something bigger than squared, like maybe I'm trying to raise something to the 4th or the 5th or the 1,000th, you're going to type in your number, and then the button right below clear is called the caret. It's like a little arrow pointing up. You're going to click that. Then put in whatever power you're raising it to. Maybe it's 7. That's 4 to the 7th, which is 16,384. Okay? Another useful thing. Let's say I have the fraction 268 divided by 562, and I tell you to simplify it. Well, that might be a little bit tough, but if you put it in your calculator just like that and don't push enter, hit the math button, it's right below the alpha button, then hit enter on fraction, and then enter again, it'll simplify it for you. The other day we had 2 divided by 6, and I said simplify it. Well, if I hit math, enter, enter, it gives me the simplified form, which is 1/3. Now, guys, this is barely scratching the surface for what you can do with these calculators. If you need help or have any questions, come and ask. You can also look any of this stuff up online. You'll be able to find it no problem. I hope this helps. Good luck.